Desmoplastic mesothelioma is a rare type of malignant mesothelioma that develops from the mesothelial cells of the pleura or peritoneum. Because it is a rare cancer subtype, there are fewer clinical trials actively recruiting participants for desmoplastic mesothelioma compared to other types of mesothelioma. However, there are still some promising options that may be worth exploring. One potential trial is a Phase 2 clinical trial evaluating the safety and efficacy of nintedanib in combination with pemetrexed, cisplatin as first-line treatment for desmoplastic epithelioid mesothelioma, NCTO 2445096. This trial is recruiting at multiple sites in Europe and Australia. Nintedanib is an oral angiogenesis inhibitor that works by blocking signals that tumors need to form new blood vessels. By adding nintedanib to the standard pemetrexed, cisplatin chemotherapy regimen, researchers hope to achieve better control of the tumor growth and progression. Primary outcomes will include progression-free survival, overall response rate, and safety, tolerability of the combination treatment. This could be a well-tolerated and more effective first-line option for desmoplastic mesothelioma patients if the results are positive. Another active trial is a Phase I/II clinical trial exploring the safety and efficacy of ruxolitinib in combination with pemetrexed for patients with advanced solid tumors including desmoplastic mesothelioma, NCTO 2613962. Ruxolitinib is an oral JAK1/JAK2 inhibitor that works by blocking cancer-promoting signals between cells in the tumor microenvironment. The hope is that adding ruxolitinib to pemetrexed chemotherapy can help overcome mechanisms of resistance and prolong treatment responses. This multi-center trial is accepting patients in the United States. Primary outcome measures will include determining the maximum tolerated dose, clinically recommended dose, and efficacy of the combination treatment based on response rate and progression-free survival. For patients who have progressed after first-line chemotherapy, there is an ongoing Phase 2 clinical trial evaluating the combination of bevacizumab and tirbanibulin for recurrent mesothelioma including the desmoplastic subtype, NCTO 3050868. Bevacizumab is a VEGF inhibitor that blocks new blood vessel formation, while tirbanibulin selectively inhibits angiogenesis by blocking signaling of the angiopoietin-1 and angiopoietin-2 proteins. By targeting tumor angiogenesis through two distinct pathways, the researchers hope this combination treatment can delay tumor progression in advanced mesothelioma after frontline therapy failure. The primary endpoint is progression-free survival at 6 months. This study is currently enrolling patients at several major cancer centers in the United States and Spain. Another investigational therapy for later lines of treatment is the anti-PD-1 immunotherapy pembrolizumab. An ongoing Phase 2 trial is assessing the efficacy and safety of pembrolizumab monotherapy in patients with advanced PD-L1-positive desmoplastic mesothelioma who have progressed after at least one prior chemotherapy regimen, NCTO 2952216. Pembrolizumab works by releasing the brakes on the immune system to allow T cells to better recognize and attack cancer cells. Early results suggest it may provide durable responses for some patients whose tumors express the PD-L1 protein marker. This multi-site trial is actively recruiting in Europe and the United States. For those interested in innovative cellular immunotherapy approaches, there is a Phase I clinical trial testing the safety and anti-tumor activity of tumor-infiltrating lymphocytes, TILs, expanded ex vivo in recurrent advanced solid tumors including desmoplastic mesothelioma, NCTO 3125577. In this investigational approach, the patient's own immune cells are extracted from their resected or biopsied tumor, selectively grown in the laboratory, and reinfused back into the patient to help train the immune system to better recognize and attack the cancer. This novel form of personalized cell therapy could unlock broader anti-cancer immune responses. The trial is currently recruiting at one site in New York. Another emerging area of research is investigating the use of therapies targeting specific cancer-driving mutations in desmoplastic mesothelioma. For example, a phase 2 study opened recently to evaluate the BRAF inhibitor dabrafenib in patients with BRAF V600E mutation-positive refractory solid tumors including Desmoplastic Mesothelioma, NCT03873452. Only a small subset of Desmoplastic Mesothelioma harbor BRAF mutations, but this trial represents a precision medicine approach for those patients. While clinical trial options for Desmoplastic Mesothelioma remain more limited compared to other subtypes given its rarity, there are still some phase I/II trials actively recruiting patients to test new combinations of chemotherapy, targeted agents, immunotherapy and personalized cell therapies in both frontline and later-line settings. Speaking to your medical oncologist about current eligibility criteria, trial locations, and potential benefits and risks can help determine if any of these clinical trials may be a suitable investigational option worth exploring. Future research may yield even more targeted therapies as the molecular understanding of Desmoplastic Mesothelioma continues.